Hey guys, this is another video. Decided to do another off-the-cuff video and just kind of discuss stuff because after all, these videos are such a high quality and just impeccable work has been put into these videos I've been uploading today. But anyways, sarcasm aside, I decided to talk a little bit about basically there's a lot of debates about religion that I have with people, and I'm honestly so questioning a religion now and spirituality that I'm just sometimes I just want to say fuck it and just call myself an atheist, but I can't do that because I've just had different experiences in life that I guess I lean towards agnosticism, but in a way, like spiritual stuff or weird things have happened to me that I can't explain. So I can't really call myself an atheist. I have done some chaos magic stuff, and I know the occult kind of scares people, so cool. No, I'm just kidding. So I have embarked in some things, and I'm currently trying to meditate more and do stuff like that. So as far as what bothers me about religion is that, oh, well, God is such an insecure prick that if you follow any God or have any disagreement, you're going to burn. So I have a friend, he's like, he doesn't believe in eternal hell. He believes in partial hell. Well, it's like this backwards rationalization with his liberal values. It's like, well, I'm going to cherry pick religion even though I attack people who cherry pick religion all the time. It's like, what the fuck, man? That's what pisses me off. It's like people will attack people for attacking, a liberal Christian will be like, well, that's just an old thing in the Bible. Well, it was pretty fucking important back then. Well, who are you to say and to cherry pick your shit over someone else cherry picking their shit? So that's what pisses me off about religion. And I don't know. I don't believe that God would want people just, he would. If this loving God is around, why would he or she or whatever want people to burn for not agreeing with them? That's a God I don't want to fucking follow, So I've experimented with Satanism and stuff, with Anton LaVey. I mean, that would be a person that I would still love to have met, just to be an interesting person. Now, one thing that bothers me about Satanism is that I don't really like the idea that comes from the Old Testament of eye for an eye and all that. So that was one thing I always was bothered by it. Ironically, it probably comes from LaVey's Jewish heritage of growing up in as far as he really didn't really say much about that because he kind of made up his own mythology, but he was born into a somewhat Jewish family, and that the Old Testament was kind of ironically he kind of got a lot of ideas from the Old Testament as far as cursing people, and who wrong you and all that stuff, and eye for an eye kind of shit. So the satanic justice or whatever they talks about. That's the irony about LaVey and Satanism, but I don't follow that. I don't follow any. I follow my own thing, and I kind of take from a lot of different sources and kind of come up with my own thing. I mean, I even recently, well, I'm not going to say too much about this, but I recently found some actual value in some of the more esoteric forms of ideas that Scientology has, but of course I could be called a squirrel because I'll never join that church, but there's some ideas that Hubbard may have had that kind of had some value, at least in the early days. So I found, and there's some people that have kind of taken it with that and that kind of progressed beyond that wrote some books, and I kind of like some of those books. So I don't know. I can't call myself an atheist, but I can't call myself an agnostic, but I can't call myself a New Age spiritualist either, but I'm sort of all of them because when it comes to arguing with people about religion, about science, about rationalism and skepticism and all that, I really identify with it. I mean, I watch so many different atheist videos on YouTube, and I agree with all of them. But then again, in my personal life, sometimes I'll have a dream, and a literal dream, sleeping at night, and I'll wake up and something will happen that seems like it's in a dream, or something. I mean, when I was doing more like magic stuff, I mean, it kind of puts me on the edge a little bit to say this, but I did some stuff that really fucking shocked me. I mean, I was surprised. Like, I'll give you an example. So, I did this like sigil magic thing where I'm not going to say what happened because it's kind of fucked up. It's not a bad thing. This is kind of gross, but anyways, I mean, it was sexual. I'll just say that. It was kind of a wish for something to happen, and it was very specific though. And I had a sigil, and I did the sigil magic and shit, and I put the sigil in. I don't know. I had it in a notebook or something. So one day I decided to bring the notebook to work in my backpack that I did this in like 4 or 5 months before, and I didn't even know it was the same notebook that I had that sigil in. So it was like the same day that the shit happened, or the day after. I can't remember. It was that morning or whatever. Okay. So what happened was I opened up the thing to that sigil, and I realized, wait a second, that's kind of fucking weird timing to have that sigil come about, after all this time, and actually see the sigil ironically come out. I mean, of course, people have scientific explanations for all this stuff. Whatever. It was just really bizarre. And I've had stuff like that happen before. So I don't know. I don't know what I believe. I like Robert Anton Wilson's idea of model agnosticism. Excuse me. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll probably try to explain it in some future videos because it really appeals to me. So, I mean, your own reality is what you can see, and that what you believe in, is what your reality is. And that sounds like I don't remember if it's some kind of ancient Greek thing that I can't remember exactly what it is, but anyway, so basically what I'm saying is that when it comes to fighting people that are not fighting people, but arguing, debating people that are religious and have some really flawed, irrational ideas, especially about sex, that's the worst thing. When people think they have to be married to have sex and all that stuff, just something deep down inside of me really bothers me about that. I can't even explain it, but stuff like that. When I argue with people about that, or debate people about that, that's when I bring out the atheism, the rationalism, the evolution. When it comes to arguing with people that are atheists, I bring that like agnosticism / New Age kind of weird stuff that has happened to me, and I'm saying, well, you can't really say one way or the other. So that's kind of how I believe and how I think of things. And it's very, it's kind of I just like a hodgepodge of different things mixed together. That's the way I am, and people may not like that. People may disagree with me, but that's just the way it goes. So that's how I think. And some days I'll be more atheist, and some days I'll be more New Age and think about that stuff. I've had a lot of weird experiences in life, and I'm open. That's all I can be. It's just open. I'm open to everything. So that's all, and that was kind of an off-the-cuff video, and have a great day. And keep one foot in the gutter and one fist in the goal, as Ricky Rackman would say. No, that's stupid.